Hello, everybody. My name is AfroX, the anime guide. Although for these ones, I like to call myself Afro DX. There we are, Afro DX. And just waiting to see if a couple people show up. Uh, but yeah, in the meantime, today I'm going to be live reading and reviewing One Piece chapter 1096 that is titled Kumachi. Just based on that title alone, some thoughts come to mind, like it's interesting because Perona's toy bear was called Kumasi, um, which is very close. So that is interesting. Hey, we got Trix the Anime Hater up here, up in here, who says, yo, right back, Trix. Thanks for watching. Um, well, we're just gonna get right into it. When people jump in, they can jump in. By the way, just to let everyone know who's watching, in the rewind or watching now, so I'm doing a live read, which means I'm doing a actual read of the chapter, and you can go to tcbscans.com and look up One Piece chapter 1096 and follow along with my live read because it will be word for word. So this will be a little like an audiobook. Um, Anyways, One Piece chapter 1096, Kumachi. Our cover story is a cover request by UCP. Zoro upset over losing a game of musical chairs to a pack of chihuahuas in a forest. Um, Very funny, very humorous. I like it. In the notes, we have Oda saying, "Thanks to the YouTuber Bashama, I've learned to grill chicken skin until it looks like a scab. It tastes incredible." All right. Well, Bashama, definitely the most famous YouTuber in the world right now, getting a shout out from Ichiro Oda himself. All right, let's begin the chapter. The carnage of a sadistic game. By the way, just to let everyone know, we are still in the God Valley flashback and the survival game. Where the celestial dragons are hunting down the people of God Valley, the natives, and the slaves that they brought. There are 150 rare rabbits to hunt down. That's not to mention the 13 super rare ones. Each of those is worth 10,000 points apiece. Remember, single hit kills will also earn you a skill bonus. We prepared extravagant prizes for the winners of this prestigious event. You pests can just sit back and watch. The Manmeyer family is going to win. Don't count on an easy victory, Garling. Please, someone wake me from this nightmare. How is this allowed to happen? How can they toy with the lives of their fellow man? Please desist and respect the rules. Please desist and respect the rules. We haven't started yet. Even our children. Consider the other 200 nobles participating. There's only 1 hour before the hunt begins. Now run, little rabbits. Give us a good chase. Navy HQ. You want me to go way out to the boonies to fight? What's the point? I can't say, Guard, but we need you there. Our reports haven't been verified, but if the danger is real, it'll be a disaster. This is about the Celestial Dragon's little field trip, isn't it? Why should I care if they're in trouble? I always said it'd come back to bite you if you messed with Hachinosu. It's their own fault for poking the hive. What did they expect? You don't just wipe the crown jewel of Pirate Island. Of course they'd come to get it back. Where in the world did you hear about that? You must have assigned them extra protection to compensate for their stupidity, right? So, what's got you so flustered? Well, there's something we didn't account for. It seems Roger's on the move there, too. Lead with that next time. I'm on my way. Hachinosu, Pirate Island, New World. They beat us to it. The Rocks Pirates have already set sail. We've got to get going, too. Hurry up. This is going to shake the pirate world to its core. God Valley, West Blue. I have never witnessed so many ships gather around a single island. As you can see, we are trapped in this hellish reality. Nobody will be able to escape, and one day it will be forgotten and lost to history. They chose this place for their little murder festival just to claim the natural resources here. 10,000 civilians have been branded rabbits for this hunt. Not a single one will be alive in three weeks' time. Can you believe that? How is this world fair? But they said we'd be freed if we survived the full 3 weeks to the end of the festival. Like hell you will! In all the previous hunts, there were exactly 0 survivors. What? But why would they lie about that and give us false hope? There is no thrill for them in killing people who have already given up. They want to hope and run, so they have a good chase. You will never win if you play their rigged game. Focus on escaping it altogether. St. Garling scores a quick 10,000 points. Help me! In his strategy to target the high-value rabbits. Stare. All right, it came off. What a strong jaw. No surprise for a shark fisherman. Thank you. I've never been praised like this. The tournament prizes are the key to our escape. The prizes? One of them is the strongest class of devil fruits. If you will eat it, it'll allow you to transform into an azure dragon. They've also got the pawpaw fruit, which can be used to blast yourself to others and others to distant islands. If any of us can eat one of those fruits, we will escape this hell and the Navy siege. There are only a dozen of us, but we can do this. But it's impossible. The prizes are kept at the very center of the island. I'm a pro thief and wiretapper. 2 weeks back, I leaked all this info to the outside world. I'm sure my message got someone's attention. A plan like this needs plenty of decoys running around, after all. I can help with that. Kuma? My size and bulkiness will help me survive longer than most. I'd hate to see anyone here die when we attempt this. Hee-haw! Well said, Kuma. I will not allow any of you to be killed. We're escaping God Valley together. What was that? Off the East Coast. It's the Rocks Pirates. Why are they here? There's no time to worry about that. We're being swarmed by notorious pirates. Why is this the first I'm hearing of this? What are they after? Fire! Give up, you lousy Marines. Follow my lead, crew. Don't rush ahead, Rocks. And since when did I say I'd let... Don't rush ahead, Rocks. And since when did I say I'd let an idiot like you give me orders? Newgate, not you too. Finders keepers, that sound good to the rest of you? It'll be all mine. It would be pointless in your hands, Lin. Back off, Stussy. You're only making a fool of yourself. It's rich coming from you, Gloriosa. My precious treasure. That moron Rocks is bound to lose sight of our main goal. We've got to confirm it here first. Who died and put you in charge? I'm going to blow you all out of my way. I'll snatch it from under all your pathetic noses. You all have your head in the clouds. I'll be gone before you know it. Looks like Roger is on his way as well. He's the one person One thing at a time, rookie. This is going to be the decisive battle. That's right. Don't forget it. Today's the day we settle this. The Rocks crew have made landfall. What are you Marine dogs playing at? What would you do if something were to happen to us? Come in. There are more fearsome pirates flooding in from all directions. How did this leak? This event was supposed to be top secret. We're still not certain what the pirates are after. Please be advised, the west coast is a danger zone. The Roger pirates have docked there. This looks rough. Huh? Finally, do you have any idea how I felt this past year? Roger, no using the captain card to call dibs this time, okay? Pull those Marines back and see to it that the celestial dragons are protected. What a disgrace. Why even bother surrounding the island with ships? God's knights, stand ready. Reinforcements have arrived. It's Vice Admiral Garp. Who? We're saved. Just tell me where I can find Roger. It's absolute mayhem out there. We couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. Is this it? Yes, I don't know which is which, so just eat up. Iwa-chan. Iwa-chan. Who? Close one. Hand that one over too. Kuma, don't think, just eat it. You have to eat it to save them. If we manage to get a single person off this island alive, we can call this a victory over them. Kuma? You're the buccaneer brat. You can either live as a slave or die. Nothing else can be tolerated for someone of your ilk. That is what the tides of time have decided. Are you somebody important? I don't understand how someone can be born to be more or less important. If you're born a slave, then what's the point in being born at all? If I have some kind of power now, I'm going to use it to save as many people as I possibly can. Just like Nika. That is precisely why your people needed to be erased. Hold it, Rox. You're in my way, Roger. This fateful incident would soon be obscured by the shadows of history. The kingdom of Sorbet, South Blue. So they only ended up reporting Garp's heroism, huh? This Morkins is nothing but a hack. He prints what the world's top brass wants. In the end, he still has no idea what the heck really happened on that island. Just how long are you planning to pray like this, Kuma? I keep thinking I could have saved more people back there. Stop talking nonsense. You saved over 500 souls during that mess. That's right. You were amazing, Kumachi. Kumachi, a nickname for Kuma similar to Teddy. Everyone cried tears of gratitude. Thanks to you, even I welled up. Those hands of yours can bless people with freedom. The hands of liberation. Hands of liberation? To think you would choose to live in a church, but I guess it does fit your personality. Well then, I'm off to sea. I'm going to bask in my freedom. I'll never forget your face as long as I live. Yeah, no one ever does. Sorry, I'm not coming, big bro. I want to stay with Kuma while I think about what I'm going to do with my life. Take care, my friends. Now then, since I'm 4 years your elder, you can leave it to Big Sis to work out how we're going to feed ya. What? Split that log, Kumachi. Now we just got to sell it. No more dumpster diving or stealing for us. Let's work hard and buy our own food from now on. What? There's no way you're only 9. You lying freak. Ouch. Pick on someone your own size, Ginny. What? Sorry about that. Ginny's a nice girl, really. Tap, tap. Huh? I feel better. The pain's been blown away. Did you use some kind of magic? Willy-nilly, silly old Kumachi. Kumachi. Ginny's song seems to be a reference to the Winnie the Pooh theme. Oh, that's so cute. Munch, munch, crunch, crunch, shoot you, munch, shoot. I'm still hungry. You sure? So good. You're a real glutton, Ginny. Let's keep up the hard work. Kumachi, how old were you when you became a slave? 4? Me too. I don't think you should sound so excited about that. I'm full. My belly's actually full. What's wrong? Kumachi! Oh, come on. Don't cry. I'm just so happy. their first taste of peace and hope. And there we are. So amazing, absolutely amazing. One Piece chapter 1096, the God Valley incident, the events of the God Valley incident finally revealed. And yeah, but Oda being very, very smart, and Rock's kind of having a Luffy streak, and so he's ahead of everybody in the Rock's Pirates. He's way ahead of everybody, and so we still do not have a canonical appearance for Rock's D Zebek as of yet. But we saw everybody in here. We got flipping Whitebeard, Stussy, Lin, Kaido, Golden Lion, Shiki, Gloriosa, the original Snake Princess of Amazon, Lily. I don't know who the guy drinking is, but it looks like one of them is a giant because he has like the giant's helmet on. But yeah, we got the first full picture of the Rock's Pirates. So that is very, very cool. We also got to see Roger's crew. Let me go back just a little bit here to see who we can spot in Roger's crew. So yeah, we have Roger, Rayleigh, oh, that's Scopper Gaban. We actually have Scopper Gaban. It's in a flashback, but we do have Scopper Gaban back in the manga. That is really cool. And it looks like the rest of them are just randos from his crew. I don't know who that squiggly hair guy in the back is, but yeah. This is absolutely amazing. We got so many appearance reveals, so much lore, so much background in this chapter. It is amazing, and I'm really liking that we're seeing about Kuma and Ginny's origins, and seeing that they really grew up. And it's assured at this point that pretty much that Ginny is Jewelry Bonnie's mother when they grow up, of course. But yeah, so I'm guessing pretty much what happens is like Kuma just works his way up in the Sorbet Kingdom and eventually becomes a king. And I'm pretty sure the world government brands him a tyrant, because there's no way that nice of a guy could ever become like a horrible tyrant. But yeah, let's check out. First I should say, so the live read portion of my review is brought to you by the AfroX official Patreon. You can find that at www.patreon.com/AfroX. I won't really go through all of the tiers right now, but I will. Hold on a second, my phone is ringing. Sorry about that. I get random calls from people, and then I pick up, and then they're not there. But anyways, so www.patreon.com/AfroX. There you can donate to the channel, which I'd really appreciate. You can donate in increments of $5, $10, $30, $50, or $100 a month, with varying rewards that you can check out on that website. So definitely make sure to do that. But yeah, let's check out the chat. Trickster saying 200 nobles played the game. Yes, that is very impressive. And more God's Knights joined the game as well. Yes, including Figurlin Garling. Good to see Kong. Curious to know if he was an admiral or fleet admiral during this time. Yeah, Kong is really weird. And honestly, in doing a live read from scratch, so I hadn't looked at the chapter before this at all. It was kind of hard for me to decide what voices to do for Kong versus Garp, because Kong and Garp are pretty much, they're both old men, and I have one old man voice. Speaking of that, Trix is good voice acting. Thank you. So Kaido's fruit was the possible prize. So yeah, it is confirmed now that this is where Kaido's fruit came from. And so when Linlin busts in and grabs the fruit from Ivankov, I believe it is, this is actually the moment when Big Mom gained the devil fruit that she eventually gave to Kaido. So we are seeing now the flashback, or the actual moment, that references all the way back to about almost chapter 1000, about like I'd say chapter 9, like in the mid 990s, where Linlin said, "Hey, I'm the one who gave you that fruit that day on God Valley." We're now seeing the actual events of that, which Oda has such good storytelling, how he can have a character say something and then in the future of the story do a flashback where it shows where that quote came from. I think that's really cool that we get to see the moment that Big Mom actually grabbed Kaido's devil fruit. But it also means, in an alternate timeline where that didn't happen, Emporio Ivankov has Kaido's devil fruit. And Emporio Ivankov can turn into a giant dragon and has a half dragon form. And I think that would be very interesting for the talented artists on DeviantArt to explore. What would Ivankov have looked like with Kaido's devil fruit? That is interesting. So as we know, and as we saw, Kuma at the influence of Ivankov, just dug into the pawpaw fruit and ate that, and he got that devil fruit power, and he saved 500 people that day. Absolutely amazing. He's literally one of the top tier heroes of the world if we're talking about people saved. Like, Kuma is now up there in the ranks with Fisher Tiger for people who have saved slaves in the One Piece world. So Trix says, how did the slave girl get the skill of wiretapping being a slave? I don't know. I think that's just a Oda needed someone with the right skills to send a message out and let everyone know that this was happening. But it's really good that she did, because if she hadn't, like, there would have been a lot of people that were on God Valley that wouldn't have been. So what I'm asking is, so what specifically was the thing that the World Noble stole from Hachinosu? Was it a devil fruit? Well, it probably was a devil fruit, but I mean, was it Kaido's devil fruit that was stolen from Hachinosu? or what was it that was stolen from Achinosa that made the Rocks Pirates actually come there? Trix's Gloriosa being a member is surprising. Rocks didn't need more powerful figures like an Amazon Queen. Yeah. So the Rocks Pirates already stacked from what we knew, but having the original queen of Amazon Lily be there, absolutely amazing. And at first, when I saw Gloriosa before Big Mom actually said her name, I actually thought that was Boa Hancock, and Boa Hancock was much older than we thought. But yeah, original queen of Amazon Lily. Seeing Kaido being a rookie and logic is interesting. Yeah, very, very true. Damn, even Cobb could have had Kaido's fruit. He definitely could have. Garcia honestly wasn't needed for this flashback unless he joins the games too. Yeah, you're right. Garcia or Saturn, as people are calling him for short, wasn't needed for this flashback. I think he was put in the flashback because Kuma needed to have a nemesis. I mean, at this point, we can really say that St. J. Garcia Saturn is Bartholomew Kuma's nemesis. And yeah, I think we needed this to really, we really needed it to hate Saturn, to really show him as being an opposition to freedom. And stuff like that. And I think I think it was really neat to show, because Kuma says he wants to be just like Nika. And so even though his father was killed while talking about Nika and stuff like that, Kuma still deep down in his heart believes that Nika is a force for good in the world. Like I think when Who's Who is talking about the slaves that used to pray to Nika, that like Kuma can be included in one of those. I'm like, he's in a church, but I'm pretty sure he's praying to Nika. And I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, Garcia or Saturn needed to be in there just so we hate him more, which we already kind of do. Kuma, just a sweetheart. He needed a break. He really did. And honestly, the more than anything, the pawpaw fruit saved Kuma's life. Saved a lot of other people's lives, but it really saved Kuma's life as well. So, Nerdtastic News in here says, station working with listening, fam. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that more than you know. Rocks will likely appear in 1100 or another 100 chapter special. Yeah, we are getting pretty close to chapter 1100. And hey, anytime, Oda, anytime you want to drop the full appearance of Rox D. Zebek on us, you know, I would be more than appreciative. I will say, he's probably gonna get spoiled for me, just because I know that the second they drop the appearance of Rox D. Zebek, the internet is going to explode. Like it's going to be bigger than Gear 5th Luffy. And I'm pretty sure every single manga reviewer is gonna have a picture of Rox D. Zebek in their thumbnail. So yeah, it's gonna get spoiled for me pretty damn early. Bogard being there is surprising. He must be around the same age as Garp. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't mention who we saw in the Marines, but Yeah, Bogard is there with what is it? Garp. Why couldn't I think of Garp's name? Anyways, your tastic news says fire. Thank you. Trick says think it would have been cool to replace Saturn with Kong. Yeah, but I mean that would have been weird. I mean, we don't have any emotional connection to Kong being a really bad villain. We just know that Garp trained under him, and Kong is pretty much the role model for Garp's personality. I did appreciate that, like, Garp was very, like, we can see Kuzan's lazy justice in young Garp. I like that Garp is just relaxing on an island somewhere, sunbathing, and Kong is telling him, "Oh, like all these world nobles are hunting a bunch of people, and it's an atrocity, and this is horrible." And Garp's like, "Yeah, whatever." And then he's like, "And Rox is coming there, and Roger is coming there." And Garp's like, "Why didn't you lead with that? Like, why didn't you start off by telling me Roger was gonna be there?" I do appreciate that happened. But yeah. All right. So we got one more. Trick says that way the nobles would have been an ultimate bodyguard and give a possible battle for him against the Rocks pirates. Yeah, I mean probably. I did like that Saturn was put in there pretty much to mock Kuma, who is kind of the hero of this flashback. It does definitely make Saturn feel much more villainous. Examples, him playing a role on the island is what got him to Fleet Admiral. That is true. That is very true. But yeah, that's all for chapter 1096. Very, very happy that all of you could be here. At the top, we had like 3 people in the chat or watching. And that's very, very cool. I do appreciate that. But before we go, the review section of this review, this is brought to you by the official AfroX Facebook page. Go check out the AfroX official Facebook page. We also have a group, the official AfroX fan club. And you can also check us out on TikTok at AfroX_YT, on X at the real AfroX, on Instagram at the legendary Afro_X, and on Discord at AfroX AMA. But yeah, that is all of our social medias. That is all for the review. This is a tale of pirates, powers, and the quest to be the king of them all. Stay tuned for the next piece of One Piece. To be continued.